last Monday. I don't remember what day it was,
Monday.
But we were talking to Dr. John Duffy. He's a clinical psychologist, author of several books, and a parenting expert. And we were talking about Gen Z was the loneliest generation around. You can listen to that podcast at WGNradio.com. Well, while we were talking, or after we talked to John Duffy, listener 630 texted in, hey, you were talking yesterday about how lonely people are and how hard it is to meet people and start friendships. And then she mentioned there's a group called Waves. It's only a month or two old for women who meet up and walk at different places in the western suburbs. No formal organization, just show up. The group has grown unbelievably in a short time. And Amanda is the coordinator and would make a great guest. Well, guess who's on the line with us? This is Amanda Dowdikin. Am I saying your name right?
You are. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining us. Now, I know it was kind of a weird request, but this listener said, oh, yeah, talk about Waves. Now, the reason I wanted to have you on, Amanda, is, Gen Z's having a tough time socializing and meeting people. A lot of that is from the pandemic. A lot of that is because they have learned to communicate via text and Snapchat and not face-to-face. So I thought, let's find out a little about your group, and maybe this will give other people out there an idea. Does that seem like a plan?
Yeah, that sounds great. Excited to talk about Waves.
All right, well, cool. So Amanda Dowdikin is with us, and you basically just started a group on Facebook, right?
Right. It was one post, one walk, trying to make a difference, and it's crazy to see how it's grown. I know that Gen Z is absolutely in, the loneliness epidemic, but what I'm finding is that loneliness knows no age. And I think we're more connected than ever, but it's more than ever increasingly difficult to make friends as an adult. So Waves is one attempt to make a little bit of a difference in the world.
So it's a Facebook group, and you just, why Waves? Can I just ask?
Yes.
Why the name?
The name actually came before the community, and I often describe my life as coming in a series of waves. So big, heavy, crashing ones, beautiful ones, some calm waters in between, some that knocked me off my feet. And I think as we experience things like loss, the end of my marriage, rebuilding my life, I just kept waiting for these waves to end. And I think one thing I realized is it's not about waiting for the waves to end, it's about who you have moving through them with you. So how do we move through them and build community? And there was a wave that particularly happened in November that was incredibly difficult. And it was one of those waves where you're looking at the beach and it's beautiful, and it comes out of nowhere and it knocks you down. And you don't know how you're going to get up. You just know you have to. And so I started walking as an attempt to help myself, my mental health, get back out there and get moving again. And I did. And then I realized, okay, I'm ready to rebuild my life, friendships, community. How do I get started? And I tried everything, apps, going to coffee shops, restaurants, clubs, leagues, and nothing just fit exactly what I needed, which was come as I am with all I have, kids, no kids, and show up and meet people with no barrier to entry or no cost. So the idea of Waves is we are all navigating waves in our lives. And I think a lot of times we wait for them to end, but Waves is about having community to move through those waves with.
All right, I am just mesmerized by your whole plan to get yourself back on track. And I mean, are you like a motivational speaker? What's your deal here, Amanda? Because I loved your explanation of life comes in waves, because it sure does.
It sure does. No, I'm not. By day, I lead AI enablement and AI transformation at a tech company, and by evening, I was just somebody who really wanted to rebuild their life and felt so exhausted by trying to do all of the things, and nothing existed like Waves. And it was either I could keep being frustrated, sad, exhausted that it wasn't there, or I could just bet on myself and try it. So I put the name Waves out there with one video, just about a little bit about my story and about the idea of waves. And I remember showing up to that first walk and with my mom and my best friend at the time and wondering if it was just going to be us three walking together. And 30 women showed up to the first walk.
What?
And it was it was amazing. And I think the conversations weren't, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. It was, no, let's talk about real life. Like, let's really talk about the waves we're riding, and the connections that those women made and I made that day are still connections that are in my life today. We went from 30 to over 100, and it's not just the walks. The walks is the vehicle, right? It's the one thing we're doing. But the Facebook community is a place where you can show up as you are. You don't just sell yourself. You post what waves you're riding, and the most beautiful thing happens. Women from all over the western suburbs and Chicagoland in general will comment on your post saying like, hey, I'm local, I want to walk too, I'm riding that wave. And so the stories of the beautiful friendships that have blossomed in just 8 weeks is absolutely phenomenal.
Okay, so you 8 weeks old and you have over 100 people. So do you all walk in like a big group?
Yes, we have 2,000 people part of our Facebook community.
God.
And growing. So, yes, we do. We walk in a big group, local parks around the area. I'll post a Facebook event saying, here's what will be. The day before, I'll post a know before you go, which is, here's where I'm going to be, here's what I'm wearing, here's how long we're going to walk. And the thing about waves is, and what I found in other groups is it was always very segmented. You needed to be something. Either you needed to be fit or a mom or remote worker. Waves is for everybody. I have women that walk 0.25 miles and then they exit. Women that walk a mile, 2 miles, some stay after. It truly is come as you are with what you have. If you bring your kids, absolutely, let's do it. My kids come. If you want to bring an elderly parent, absolutely. So it's just no barrier to entry. And yes, we do walk in very large groups around the parks at western suburbs.
Okay, well, I love this so much, and the listeners are just eating this up. Here's a couple of texts. 815. Wendy, she needs to franchise this group. This could be nationwide. What a great idea. 708, oh my gosh, I love this woman. She is so on target with how life evolves. Waves. 847, your guest is amazing. Can I start a chapter in my hometown? Women so need this. And it's not just women. This is an idea for other people to start something like this. But your particular group is Waves. And what if a guy wants to join?
You know what? Right now it's a safe place for women, but who knows where we evolve to in the future, right? It's come as you are. This can benefit everybody. So as I think about how we evolve in the future, we are exploring local hosts because it's less about join my walk, right? Like, I love it. I love to meet y'all, see y'all. I know most everyone by name at this point. But it's more like, how can we continue to have these local hosts to help people get out and walk and meet people in the community? So I would say nothing's off the table.
All right, well, I may have to hook up with this little Waves group because I'm in the western suburbs and I really need to start walking because really, you don't, what is it? If you don't use it, you lose it. So
there we go.
708. Now, this is interesting, and it's kind of said tongue-in-cheek, but with today's political climate, 50% of the people I may meet will just pee me off. So me and the wife try to avoid unsolicited social contact. LOL. Now, I know it's a joke, but there is some truth to that. And you know what? So don't talk politics. We are more the same than we're different.
Yeah, I think Wave knows no political perspective, right? It's more about how can we be there for the people that are navigating something similar, right? I mean, I'm not to say that nothing will in the future, but this community, there has been nothing like that. It is about support through the hard things that we as women are going through, whether it's perimenopause or being widowed or divorce. Like, it's about being there through that. We haven't experienced anything politically in our group so far.
Yeah, because again, I don't ever really talk politics because people who think differently than I do, I'm not going to change their mind, nor do I want to, you know?
Exactly. And waves is come as you are. So I think that the beautiful thing about it is it's been more about how do we help each other. We are more lonely than we are passionate about that. And like, how can we come together in a safe place and talk about the things going on in our lives? And it's been beautiful to see.
How often do you walk, Amanda?
You know, once a week is typically what we're doing now. I think it will expand from there. We're also launching Waves Experiences, where we're partnering with local women-owned, women-supported businesses around the area to be able to try new things, but together in safe environments and safe places. So the walks happen about once a week, and then Waves Experience will be launching, which will showcase local women-owned, women-supported businesses to Waves women and give us an opportunity to try something new, like sound baths and yoga and workout classes. So more to come.
And that's just such a great idea because, you know, sometimes I like doing like this bar method type exercise. And it's like, I kind of want to go with someone. This is a way to do it. And you're right. This is a safe place. It's not for men at this point. Who knows what the future may bring? And maybe, you know, a man will start a group on his own. But right now it's for women. 847 says, I'm 70. Am I too old? Can I participate?
Absolutely not. We have plenty in your age group. We walk at all different paces, all different levels. No matter what your ability is, come. 70, absolutely. We have many women in that age range as a part of Waves.
All right. And this, so far, the only way to join is via Facebook, right?
Correct. Facebook or Instagram. The Facebook name is Waves Movement and Connection Community, and the Instagram is @_join Waves.
All right. Well, I am just blown away by your enthusiasm, your motivation, and just the love of other people, it seems.
Thank you. It's been the stories coming out of Waves, if I just have a moment to share. Most recently, these two women came to my walk on Wednesday and came up to me after, tears in their eyes, saying, you know, I came alone and I've made a friend for life. These two women who didn't know each other started walking together, found out they had similar health things going on, similar stage of life, and they had just been looking for someone to connect with, and they found it. And it's one of many stories coming out of Waves. And it is the most beautiful community that is inspiring women to get out, do something healthy, but also grow community along the way with no barrier to entry.
I just cannot believe this has only been formed, 8 weeks ago, you said?
Yeah, 8 weeks ago, I think, was our first walk. I think I posted a few days before that.
And just what was the inspiration behind just, I'm going to see what happens? Is that kind of how you thought?
It was, I know what that girl in November would have needed. That girl that was going through that wave at that time, this is built for her. This is built for, you don't know how you're going to get up, but you know you have to. And so it was, let me take a shot. And if it doesn't work, I did my best, right? That's okay. If it inspired, the first video I ever posted said, if I can change one person's life, if I can impact one woman, it is worth it. And we did, and now we're impacting thousands. And it's just been amazing to be a part of. So it was just a bet that I made on myself at the time for the girl who needed it most back in November.
You are so inspirational, Amanda Dowdikin. Am I saying that right?
You are. Thank you.
Amanda Dowdikin, Waves. You can, again, give me the Instagram handle and the one on Facebook so people can join.
Yeah, Instagram is @_join Waves. And on Facebook, it's Waves Movement and Connection Community.
You are just, every time I'm on the air, Amanda, I try to learn something new and to make a difference. And me having you on the air has made a difference because it just seems like you have really helped so many people, including yourself. Including
myself. I know I get a lot of thank yous after the walks, and it's them. Like, I should be thanking them. It's really made a difference.
You are inspirational, and please keep in touch with me because I know we're going to hear Amanda Dowdikin's name over and over. Waves is going to grow so strong, and I'm sure you'll have a website and more information to share with us. So will you please keep in touch, Amanda?
I will. I'll see you at a walk soon, right?
Yeah, I got to get my butt moving. I really do. So great to meet you, and keep up the great work, Amanda.
Thank you so much. This is a dream come true to be here.
Oh, thank you. God, this is such a feel good. I am just touched by that. Amanda Dowdikin, and a great idea. Lots of people texting in saying, what a great idea. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So good for her. We're going to take